Sportscast Live. Make sure you guys download the podcast on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Stitcher Radio, and on our SoundCloud channel. We break it down for you guys into 4 different segments, so it's easy listening, about half hour each. We also got the YouTube videos out there for you. Make sure you guys subscribe, tell a friend. I've got some news today, Knocker, that I received.
I wanted to bring something up, but go ahead.
Well, you can bring something up here after I bring something up, because I got a call today from one of our friends at Toad Hop, or a show that used to be a Toad Hop.
Okay.
A guy named Nick Richie.
He called you.
He called me. He has my number.
Wow.
I'm famous. Nick Richie does has my cell. He texted me, and he said, "What's up, Guru?" I said, "What's up, man?" He said, "Call my office." Like, you have an office.
All right.
Call up. The chick answers, Nick Richie's office. So he's like got this thing
Big
like
baller now,
big
huh?
baller. Yeah. I was like, damn, Nick, you didn't
Wow,
because he's texting me on his cell phone, but he's like, call me on this number. Like, oh, because you want me to know that you have a secretary. Okay, Nick Richie, I know you're big and bad.
His book is right over there.
He's got it signed. You know, the Dirty.com founder, CEO. I mean, he's been on every single entertainment channel you can imagine. He called me up and said that he would like me to be his editor of his sports on his website.
Really?
He has kind of changed the Dirty. It used to be kind of your sleazy,
like
where you
TMZ.
post up, but a little worse than TMZ.
Yeah.
Well, he
TMZ
is.
So I would have fit right in.
Yeah, there'd have been a lot.
Right?
Of, if
Exactly.
if this was around when Steve was, back in his heyday, Steve would have been all over.
Sure.
It, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So he's kind of gone more of the cleaner gossip, more like a TMZ sportish,
Right.
trying to compete, because as we know, I mean, the Dirty's huge. Them and TMZ are pretty much hand in hand.
Right.
And so he called me and said, we're starting this, the Dirty Sports section, kind of like TMZ Sports. And I know you've been doing your thing for so long. You've been killing it. I've been checking you out, watching your stuff. You got a good brand, and I think we can work together. And he offered me a job.
Really?
A part-time.
Right.
Like
right.
writing on this. He wants to be the editor for his sports section, and I'll be starting on that probably at the end of this month, early April. And
good for you.
Yeah.
So, Bud Knocker, you're fired.
So yeah, I'll be.
So we're shutting down Sportscast.
No. People,
so you can go make some
because
money.
he
Is that what you're
actually
telling me?
put out a press release on his
Did he
Twitter.
really?
Yeah, about that I was joining him and so forth. And people asked, "Hey, is Sportscast gone?" No, Sportscast isn't gone. We're just gonna get bigger and badder and more people listening to the show.
Hey, that's awesome, man.
And all the while, I'll be putting out. I'll be writing. Basically, I'm.
He chose you
Sportscast.
over Scooby. That's interesting.
He said I was the first guy he thought of.
Really?
Yeah, he kind of touched my heart in a way for Nick Richie.
Hey, that's pretty cool.
I know.
There's something else behind it. But
I
it's
know.
still pretty
I know.
cool,
He's
right?
got some
There's an
ulterior
angle.
motive.
What do you have on him?
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Nick doesn't do anything without a plan.
right.
Right.
He was so nice. We talked about family. It's like, who is this guy?
Right.
Where's the +2 guy that I know and love? But anyway, yes, that's my big news.
Hey, that's good. That's
so yeah,
fantastic, man.
I'll be working with the Dirty and Nick
All
Richie,
right.
and we'll be collaborating some stuff. So it's gonna be.
We're stealing all your best stuff, Bud Knocker.
Be
Just
great for the
checking.
show, man.
Yeah,
What?
that'll be good.
Stealing all your best stuff.
Yeah,
I know. So
that's
what'd you
okay.
have before we continue into sports? Because I like how we bullshit every time before we
Okay,
actually
well,
get into
well,
sports.
that's not bullshit. That's good.
It is.
stuff.
It's stuff is relative.
Were you going to speak about the Ezekiel Elliot thing later in the show? Were you going to bring that up? Because I'll wait till then.
I really wasn't going to mention it.
Well, no, I want to mention it because this is.
I know you do. It has
This
to do
is-
with
okay,
my
well, we're
Cowboys.
gonna
talk
Already
about
have.
it.
I'm sure he's been waiting
Already
to bring
have.
it up.
Well, no, this is football, and I saw the Colin Cowherd clip talking about it, and it bothered me. I'm not a Cowboy fan,
Yes.
but I am fair, and I've always told you I speak the truth.
Right.
Colin Cowherd talked about this. If you people don't know, they were at New Orleans on a balcony partying up, and Zeke pulled down one side of a woman's tank top to expose her left
Correct.
breast.
You can check out
Same
the video. Videos on our site for all you pervs.
The same thing, right, that happened at the Super Bowl with Janet Jackson, right?
Yeah, well, Janet Jackson's boob just came out. Ezekiel actually pulled down this.
But homeboy was standing right next to her,
Right.
too, and malfunction.
Okay.
Okay, what bothered me about this, and this is what bothers me about the media, of which we are now part of,
Right.
blah, blah, blah. His take is, well, that's just a perpetuation of the cowboy culture.
Yes.
That bothered me because he's taking the rest of the players of the Dallas Cowboys.
He compared us in Cincinnati basically as the bad boys of the league.
Right, and putting them in the mud. Now, when Michael Irvin was playing, there was a lot of drugs. There's a lot
Yes.
of this, a lot of that. That was a bad situation as far as that kind of shit
Well,
went.
there's been reports,
right?
and I'm not one to bag on it, there's been reports of cocaine use before and after games back in the 90s during those runs.
Sure, and Michael Irvin admits it.
And hell, was the Lake Show clean? I don't think so,
No,
right?
nobody's
come on,
clean.
Now,
the Cowboys before that with Tom Landry, clean organization.
Yeah.
Right? Since then, they've been pretty clean. Right? They had the one
That we
idiot,
know about.
the one idiot that they signed, re-signed.
Who, Charles Haley?
No. The dude between the 49ers and them.
Terrell Owens?
The defensive end.
Defensive end. I don't know. It doesn't come to mind right now.
The guy that sexual assaults all over the place.
Oh.
You know who I'm talking about.
What's his name?
Greg
No.
Hardy.
No, yeah, Hardy. Yes.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Okay.
Greg Hardy, yeah.
But for him to put everybody there, including the coach, including the owner, into that barrel of that's their culture. No, bro. That's not their culture. And how dare you, for headlines, do that so you can open discussion into all this. It's horseshit. It's a 22-year-old kid who's a freaking millionaire who's in New Orleans at a party with a bunch of women who are probably going to show their breasts and throw their things out anyway. Has she brought up charges? Has she made
It was
allegations?
actually reported, Knocker, that she hung out with Zeke after that, and
Right.
they actually partied together.
Right.
So she wasn't even mad
So
about
I'm going to say that this is not it's not consensual, but she knew that the atmosphere she was in. She knew who the people she was with. It's a party in frickin' New Orleans at Mardi Gras, and this happened. So to tear him down and to do all this, and for these women's groups and all this other crap to be going on over something so silly that the woman involved has no problem with it. Why are you
until
doing
the lawyers
this?
start making their millions over it?
The women's groups are going to try and do this as sexual assault.
Well, they've already said they've come out and said they want Zeke fined or at least suspended for a certain amount of games. Now, Knocker, I'm surprised by this by you.
Really?
I didn't think you'd have this take on it. I thought you'd be completely opposite and be like, dude, what are you doing, you stupid kid? You're a superstar. You're a superstar.
It's New Orleans party.
I understand that. Now I'm going to play.
Dave's done a lot
in
worse
a way,
than that.
I'm going to play devil's advocate here, not to say this is the side I'm taking, but I'm going to play the other side. Let's see. You're already coming off a domestic abuse case where you weren't convicted, but it's still there and it's still lingering, and people are still thinking that about you. So again, let's be smart, dude. I'm 22. I've already got that against me. And I know if I pull down this chick's shirt, it's not going to be good. There's cameras everywhere. Not to say that he did it maliciously or he did it because he was going to rape the girl or anything further was going to happen. Hell, the girl hung out with him. The thing is, though, you can't be that stupid. In
Yes,
this day and age,
they do it all the time.
I know you can't, Steve, but as a superstar, as a guy, you're the top running back for the Dallas freaking Cowboys. Did Emmitt Smith do anything like this?
No, but Emmett's a different cat.
No. That's
guy.
fine. That's fine, Knocker. I just think that I'm on your side with it. I don't think it's that big a deal, but at the same time, I think dude, be smart.
Well, it's,
like,
it's
come on,
learning.
man. Like,
Why create it?
Yeah, like, just why create the drama? You know what I mean, Steve? Like, you can see both,
I'm with
both sides.
Again,
I'm with you on that.
Where's the fall guy?
Yeah,
It wasn't my hand.
Wasn't my hand.
It was my buddy reached from behind
Come on,
me.
Troy. It was
Yeah,
your
knock
hand.
that shit off. She's a
you know
lady,
what?
please.
I'm with you for a minute on that, okay? But the dude's still 22.
Yep.
I
Okay?
agree.
He's still a
But
young
Knocker,
man.
what if the
who's
chick
a millionaire?
wasn't cool with it?
Well, then I have no problem prosecuting him. My problem with this whole scenario is everybody else is rushing to judgment except the two people involved.
Right.
They're cool with it.
Right. I can see you making this. I can see you really getting mad at him if the chick was pissed. But obviously,
Right.
they knew
Now,
each
if
other.
she said-
They were cool with it.
If she said he
We've
did
all
that,
been at the
and,
river
you know,
and a tank top
right.
and a bathing suit top. You've grabbed a chick before.
That's what I'm saying.
We've all done innocent stuff like
But
that.
for Cowherd to be judge and jury on the entire
And to wreck the Cowboys
Cowboy
and how they-
organization.
look what the
they
Cowboys
had
have
nothing
done.
to do with this.
I know, but look what the Cowboys have done. They've got Dak. Their organization. They've got good draft picks. They've turned their organization around. And you just
Exactly.
want to ram them the first chance
They've
you
got
get.
a clean-cut Caucasian.
You can ram
coach.
the Bengals all you want. They're a joke show. Don't even get off
Right.
the Cowboys.
But I just thought it was for Cowherd. It just
Dump it on the
you know,
Raiders.
he's not
Yeah,
he's
you
not
know?
my favorite guy. But for him to take this
Think-
and just try and
I'm gonna
get
give you a
headlines
ding on that.
I don't like that kind of journalism. I just don't. You're just digging at something you know is stupid.
So I'll play this for Cowherd.
Shit. You know who I am?
I've seen you before. You're the asshole on TV.
And I'm sorry I took up 7-8 minutes.
No,
of
dude,
that.
that
Fake
was-
news.
You know, we're gonna get
It's
to that
fake
coming up.
news.
That's cool. We're gonna get to that anyway, but like, it's just media once again. Let's run with what we can.
Fake news.
So,
But he doesn't have to do that. Now, the guy who's in Des Moines in some little stupid station trying to make a name for himself, he can do that.
yeah,
Cowherd's supposedly supposed to be one of the top echelon
Yeah.
reporters, so him to sink
For him to
something
rip
stupid
that-
and
yeah.
burn the whole organization, to me, it's just like, dude, you just don't need to do that, and that's one of the reasons I don't like you.
I agree with you, Knocker. So,
As,
all right, now
as an employee
Yeah,
of
go-
FS1, I
yeah.
have absolutely no opinion on this matter.
Now, the opinions of Sportscast have nothing
Do
to
not
do
reflect-
with Cameron Bullock.
yeah, exactly.
And as a man who's going to Vegas during March Madness and St. Patty's Day, I have no opinion on this.
Exactly.
It could happen.
I plead the fifth.
You know, in our day, we didn't have camera phones. It's a wonderful time.
And so
Right?
I wish I could go back to when there was no phones,
Right?
man.
Just
Somewhat of privacy. You know,
Renee?
Renee?
I had a pager.
You know,
That's
Renee?
how old I am.
You had a pager?
I had a pager.
It's narcissism.
I had a pager. And I used to say
Yeah, I remember
boobless. You send good night.
Yeah.
You like
Oh,
different texts.
my God, you did not.
143. I love you.
You did
Yeah.
not.
I swear to God. Renee, dude, I was totally in the pager
Type in
crowd.
the number, then you would turn it upside
Yeah,
down.
you turn it
and
upside down
would
because the
read
numbers would mean something else, you know?
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
8008.
Yes, you could do Sweet Dream. You could do a lot of stuff actually with numbers.
Those are
if you
the
think about
days.
it. There's a code.
Hell
We were
yeah.
cool like that for about 2 years until cell phones came out. Pagers were the thing, man.
I'm
Oh, I'm buzzing. Oh, I'm buzzing.
I am
you put it on
embarrassed.
like, you
Just
like
stop at a
wear it,
payphone.
but you tuck your shirt inside so it would hang out so people
So you
could
look
see
Oh,
the
you
light
had a
show
pager.
would go
yeah.
off?
Yeah, so people could see you had a pager. You got like the neon green one. Like,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah, it's just like
Yeah,
having
yeah,
that
my
phone. It's like
inside,
having that
though.
8-10-inch phone on.
Yeah,
the
that
side of your
Zach
hip
Morris
now.
phone,
Yeah,
you know, it's just like that. You're the dude.
dude.
I had a
don't believe you did that.
Motorola.
Yeah, see? Look at that.
A
Motorola.
friggin' suitcase, baby.
Yeah, that's right, dude.
That is so
The
wrong.
old car phones where it's literally you hang it up in the car like it has its own hang up thing in the car in the center
I remember
console.
Papa, your grandfather. He
Yeah.
had one of the first ones. It was like a big ass suitcase that you had to actually carry a suitcase that had the
Oh,
phone.
really?
Yeah.
So it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
you're in the
One of the
army
first
and
ones.
you're in the
Yeah, it
army and you're
weighed
the
like
radio guy. You're like,
25.
right, turn
Yeah.
it. You're
Like,
tuning
it
it
weighed
in.
like 28, 25 pounds. It was hilarious. But anyway,
That's great.
Go, move on. I'm
That's
sorry.
great, though.
I-
No problem.
you know.
We'll move on from football here. I want to get into more of this LeVar Ball character.
Oh,
As
my
we know, we
God.
brought him up last week. LeVar Ball, father of Lonzo Ball, one of the, I guess he could probably be the first or second pick in the NBA
He will
draft.
be one or two.
Plays
Absolutely.
for UCLA Bruins. He's also got 2 other kids at Chino Hills High School, which is right down the street from us over here. They are already said they're going to be playing with UCLA. He started his own brand, Knocker, called the Big Baller Brand, which I give him credit for. Hey, why not? Start
You know
your own
what?
brand,
Does
right?
he have to use the UCLA colors, please?
No, actually, he's using the Lakers colors.
Yeah, he's using black and yellow, right?
No, he's using. Well, I just saw him on a
I
show.
thought it was blue and
right
yellow.
here.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe he's changing the color.
He might just.
So I
yeah,
might
he
be
might.
wrong.
He might
Well,
have different.
But he's
shirts.
already
Once the
made it
kids
clear.
are all at the Lakers, then
Renee's
okay.
got- Renee,
He's
what
made
is-
it very clear he wants his kids to play for
Throw
the
that
Lakers.
picture up, Renee. I mean, this is him right here. If you guys are watching us live, you can see all our pictures and video feed we throw up here.
Okay, so it was just BBB. He
Yeah.
happened to wear one that was yellow, Laker blue,
Just happens to be the Bentley
Yeah.
yellow
logo.
Anyway, I'm sorry.
Started
Go ahead,
his
go ahead.
own brand though.
Is
Knocker.
that right? Is that what it is?
As we know, he came out last week. Had
Mhm.
some.
He came out.
Well, he came out. Hey!
Starting something new.
Yeah.
False news.
There he is. Where's the
Fake
guy on the?
news.
Where's the guy on
Rim
the?
shot. Rim shot.
There he is. All right, Knocker. As we know, he came out and.
Wait, hold on.
Okay, it's a little
I
late.
found it,
That's
yeah.
fine. That's
I had
fine.
to-
Still hungover.
Yeah.
Still hungover.
Next week he'll be better.
Dude, you do look still hungover.
Yeah,
bro.
he looks
yeah,
a little pale.
you
You,
do.
Been a
look
long
like a
day.
whiter
You do.
Mexican. You look like a whiter Mexican.
Little green.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
He came out. Knocker said that his son will only play for the Lakers.
Right.
He's saying that, comparing him to Steph Curry, making some headlines. Win on Cowherd show, as we know. Talked a little trash on Charles Barkley. Now he has come out and said he's seeking a $1 billion. That's with a B. $1 billion deal with Nike in order for his sons to come on board. Knocker. This would pay his son on a 10-year contract, Lonzo Ball, about $100 million a year. And if you think about it, like, whoa, $100 million? It's a lot of money, right? Let's think about this because he's not asking. It seems absurd.
But I think it's for all 3 kids.
It is for all 3 kids, and
It's only
also
$33.3 million.
All right, well, it's for the brand.
if you look at what the Lakers are now, they're a joke.
Hey, they're coming back.
The Lakers brand, though, is not what it used to be, correct? And
No,
if this
but
kid,
it will
Magic
come
Johnson's
back.
already pumping Lonzo up, saying we're going to get this kid, we're going to turn him into the next whatever, Kobe,
Right.
trying to sell this kid. If he brings up the Lakers stock quite a bit, is half the player we think he's going to be. He's going to sell shoes, and the deal's going to pay for itself. My problem here is not the shoe deal for $1 billion. Our problem is here. He's now come out and said he can beat Michael Jordan, the father, can beat Michael Jordan one-on-one in his heyday.
Right.
Are you smoking pot, bro?
Worse
Because you
than
have to be high.
He's hallucinating. Yeah.
You
Guy
have to
averaged
be
2
high.
points a game.
Played 1 year at Washington State, Knocker.
Right.
Averaged 2.2 points a game.
Washington State, mind you.
Yes.
Washington State.
He is quote saying, "I would just back Jordan in, lift him off the ground, and call foul every time he fouls me when I jump a right hook over his left."
Oh, so that means you have
he
skills?
He cannot step on me one-on-one. He better make every shot because he can't go around me. He's not fast enough.
Oh my
and if he
God,
only
are you
makes so many
serious?
shots outside before I can take him to the bucket to the rim every single time.
Okay, so you're big butt Niles, and you can back him down and hopefully get a little layup. Dude. Douchebag! Thank you.
So this is the first delusional thing he said of this week, right?
Right.
This is so you think, God, okay, maybe he's topped it, right? That's pretty outlandish, would you not say? Well, no. Then he comes back the next day in another report, says here Lavar Ball thinks that LeBron James' sons are going to be whack at basketball. You can throw it up, Renee. Thank you. Says, here's the thing. You got to play the odds, the percentages. There's been a lot of great players, and all their sons are whack. He says Shaq's son's
so
whack.
You're playing
Shaq's son's whack.
So you're playing reverse psychology, saying that because you were whack, your sons are great?
Yeah, right? Is that right?
You know what
it is?
You know what it is?
That's what he's saying.
He's got everybody talking about him on every sports
this
show.
Is a plan. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Bad press is good press, right?
Any
You know
press,
what?
baby.
This is
Any
going to
press.
backfire. It really is going to backfire.
Well, Charles, as we know, has probably got wind of all this, right? He even came out and said that he could go ahead and take Charles Barkley on a one-on-one game. Well, of course, Charles Barkley had to respond, and Charles responded as only he could. Knocker, let's listen to the tape. Here we go.
Figure out, the end game, because there is one thing. They have the company, and listen, I get today, we all understand today, branding and marketing and saying he wants $1 billion contract. And I said, listen, you can ask for whatever you want. He's not going to get it, but you can ask for whatever you want. So there's one thing to that side of it. But then, as I mentioned, the other side, bringing up actual names of people he thinks he's better than or his kids are better than. I just wonder, what his end game in all of this is, if not to build the company up that his kids are involved in, but then it seems like he goes too far the other way. So I don't understand where he wants to end up with all of this.
Well, I think he just likes the attention. You got to understand, Mike, they probably weren't interviewing guys who average 2 points a game in college. So now he's getting his interviews, and everybody's going to put him on because he says catchy stuff. But listen, like I said, I think his kid's probably the number one player in the draft, and I wish he would let his kid shine. Listen, once I found out he averaged 2 points a game, listen, you need to slow your roll. He says, I didn't win the championship, and I said to myself, I need to go back and Google this guy, because maybe I missed the ball era when he was dominating and winning championships everywhere.
See this. I think we're on to something here.
Yeah. Right?
We need a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Barkley Ball steel cage grudge match 1-on-1.
Oh my God.
To 21.
We're all too old for that.
First of all, let me tell you something. Listen, I'm too old and fat to play basketball, but I'll challenge Mr. Ball to a one-on-one.
Oh yeah.
How about that? I know I can. Hey, listen, I don't even know how old he is.
Pay-per-view.
He might be right. He's got to be around my age. But ain't no guy who averaged 2 points a game can beat me one-on-one. I'm positive of that.
We are making this happen.
That's awesome, man. I love where he says the ball era. I don't remember when that was going on. That's so great. And I bagged on Charles quite a bit on this show, Knocker. I don't particularly agree with
A lot of
90% of his takes, but he's spot on.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Sir Charles is spot on right there, Knock. The guy needs to step down for, he's really getting in the way, because now if you draft the kid, you're like, not only did I get the kid, I get his dad. Do I really want to take that on? Is that headache?
Here's the problem. If he's going to win you a championship, yes, you do take the dad.
And
Okay.
he's very unselfish. He's kind of magic-esque.
Here's the problem here, okay? And like it was said, he's now taking over the spotlight.
Mm-hmm.
In order to sell shoes, his son has to be the top thing.
Yeah, I'm not buying LeVar Ball shoes.
Exactly, but that's what he's selling right now.
No, I know.
That's exactly what he's selling right now.
Yeah.
You need to sit in the background and just pump. Look how good LeVar's playing. He's playing real well, unselfish. The Bruins are doing so good. This guy's just he's going to do all this, helps his teammates. you got to spin this into selling his son's shoes, Lonzo Ball's shoes. Right now, it's all about him. And the crowd is going to get tired. This is L.A., man. This is L.A., you know, and he's doing it all wrong because he's taking the spotlight away from the selling point, which is his kid.
But like Steve brought up, though, in the press, and we're talking, right? We've talked
Right, but
about
we're talking
it 2
about
straight weeks
him.
now.
But we're talking about him, not
Still,
his kid.
It's all relative. It's all
No.
about branding.
It's
all about brand.
baby.
It's all about Ball. Ball has become synonymous. He wants his name, the Ball name, to become synonymous.
Okay,
with
but
winning.
why did Michael Jordan sell all those shoes? He didn't
Because he
sell them
won.
because
Well,
his
because
dad
he
was
won-
saying
because
Michael
he
Jordan
won-
was this,
because he
Michael
held up
Jordan
1,
was
2,
that.
3,
He
4,
did it
5
because he
rings.
kicked ass on the
Well-
court, and everybody recognized how great he was.
But
So
Dave,
this is all smokescreen until Lonzo Ball wins something. If the Bruins go out in the first round, right?
It's not Alonzo.
Who the hell cares about Lonzo Ball?
No,
he's not. He's not
The-
great
the-
enough.
the difference is
Michael Jordan won the NCAA championship as a freshman, hitting the winning shot. That started the legend. If Lonzo Ball goes 3 for 15 and the Bruins go out in the first round,
Can't take it.
this all comes crashing
Knocker,
down.
Knocker, the difference is when Michael was doing it, there wasn't the big money out there
Yeah.
in marketing.
Right?
So, I mean,
He didn't have Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. You didn't have any
didn't have
radio
any of this
shows.
marketing
Weren't what they were.
capability.
And that's how phenomenal
so
he was.
now it's he's created that marketing and made it
Yeah.
valuable and made it a business that's marketable.
Mhm.
Now these guys are just walking in and say, I don't have to create this. It's already been done.
It's already been done for him.
I'm just gonna
Just let it
cash
keep
in.
going. Yeah, just cat. And I
So,
agree.
that's what they're trying to do.
I agree.
But
Knocker.
if the kids don't live up to it,
Exactly.
the kid goes out and blows a knee out the first
Right,
year in the
I-
pros.
I got 2 more kids in the back waiting.
And they're
man.
not as
Bring
good.
them on
And
up.
they're not as
I
good.
got my
Come
$1
on
billion
up.
contract.
And if
you got
I'm
nothing.
Nike, I ain't giving you shit until he proves something.
Well, I don't know.
'Cause I'm not
LeBron,
buying
they,
you.
They gave LeBron.
I'm not
they
buying
gave LeBron
you.
the same contract. They
I'm
gave
not-
LeBron the
yeah,
same
but
contract.
LeBron was the shit, and he didn't have his dad selling LeBron. LeBron sold himself.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay?
That's true. Good point.
Ball kid is not selling himself. His dad is.
If that's my dad, I'm telling him to shut the hell up.
I
sit
am
down.
too.
Yeah.
Now,
I am too.
Apparently, he ain't got that relationship with his.
He
old
doesn't
man.
because he came out and said, "Well, it's my house. They're going to live by my rules." And if they,
Yeah.
he's one of those guys.
His dad
and
is
so,
screwing this
Cam,
whole
before
thing
we go to break, what's your take on this? I know you're big, into basketball. What's your take? Where do you side on this? I mean, you got to agree with Charles, right?
Yeah, I just hate that he is taking the spotlight off Lonzo because Lonzo's a really damn good player, and I would be happy if the Lakers drafted him either
So would
way.
I think
So
they
would I.
should.
But I mean, I get what he's doing in branding wise, but he is going to hurt his kid because there
Going
is
too
going to
far.
be there's going to be a target on his back. There's a lot of factors that go into this, but personally, at the end of the day, the story's more about him, and so that's probably the worst part of it. In that his kids are really good. Like LaMelo and Lonzo, I think are going to be great players.
What's it going
But-
to be like when he walks in as a rookie in the locker room?
Yeah, people are going to hate him.
What's
Yeah,
that?
it's
Exactly.
true. He's going to be
His own
resented
team.
once he
His
walks
own
in.
teammates. Now, how about their rivals?
Yeah, I'm
Now,
bringing.
let me ask you
They're gonna be coming at this
Oh,
kid.
he's gonna have a target on his head.
Hey, and
Try going to the hole, Lonzo, your first
Right.
year. You see how many times you get knocked down.
Let
See
me
how
ask
those shoes
this.
do you?
Yep.
The first 3 years
We're gonna
Jordan
wrap
was
it up
in the
here.
in the NBA, were there Air Jordans? No, they weren't Air Jordans until he proved something on the court.
It's true.
And it's going to be the same damn thing right now. He's just making it harder. Nobody's going to put that kind of money out
Yep.
for a kid that hasn't done shit yet.
I agree.
Doesn't hurt to ask.
There
Doesn't
wasn't
hurt to
Air.
ask.
Oh no, yeah, like the guy said, it doesn't hurt to ask.
Doesn't
You
hurt
can
to
ask
ask.
for
There
whatever you
wasn't
Exactly.
there wasn't Air Jordan because there was ground Lambeer. That's the problem.
Oh God.
You had that guy was just killing people.
All right,
want.
now
Shoes, Lambert.
we're gonna take more like a 10-minute, 15-minute break here.
Okay.
We've got food on the grill we want to get to, so I don't care if you guys are like, I don't care. We're hungry, and so we're gonna take a break here for about
Right.
10 minutes.
I could've brought
We're gonna
fish
let some
tacos.
music run,
All right.
so the show's gonna keep running through the break. So just stay tuned. We'll be back in about 10, 15 minutes. We have Knocker's song of the week first. That'll be your first song you hear, and then we'll roll something over. When we get back, all March Madness. You're going to talk some March
Nice.
Madness. We've got Cam over here with some bracket buster picks
And
over
we got
here.
this
He,
good hockey,
he
too.
really does, man. I can't wait to.
And we already had the first upset.
Yeah.
We already had the first
We
upset
got
in
it.
the playoff games.
Dude, we already
In the
got
playing
it.
games.
All right, we got
Yeah.
it coming up. We'll talk some March Madness. Also, we got going a shot of the week because you had a bad day. and drunk of the week coming up. But first, Knocker,
We got
what
to
do you
talk
got?
some hockey, too.
Oh, we'll talk some hockey.
Renee.
Oh,
Yes.
NASCAR
I'm
news.
giving it up. I'm
So
giving
he's
it up
giving
to
it
Renee.
up to me. So this band that I'm going to play, they are eligible for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2018.
Nice.
I am wearing their T-shirt. They're one of my favorite bands, and this
Oh,
song,
Sublime.
this song
All right.
off of their self-titled is Burritos. It's one of my favorite songs off the album.
All right,
Nice.
we'll be back after this,
Because
guys.
I'm Mexican. That's
We'll be back
why.
about 10 minutes.
Burritos by Sublime.